Hello and welcome, everyone. Happy Sunday. Welcome. Thank you. I'm so glad that you're here. And if you're watching at a later time, I'm so glad that you're joining as well. And I'll just take a moment to introduce myself and the Fire and Spirit Reiki practitioners for peace. I completed my Reiki training with Anna at Fire and Spirit. And I'm a Usui Reiki master practitioner. And I also completed training with William Lee Rand with the Holy Fire Reiki, his particular Reiki system of healing. I'm a Qigong teacher. And if you haven't practiced Qigong before, it's really similar to yoga, similar to Tai Chi. The difference between Tai Chi and Qigong is really that one is a martial background and the other is a medical healing system. It is a kind of a meditative movement practice and will skillfully work with our own body's energy and the energy around us to clear stress and invite in vitality, joy, well-being. It's really a holistic healing system, even though you may be working on one particular area, say the lungs or the liver, which we'll work on today with the wood element of spring, but it ends up going beyond to healing everything. It may improve sleep, just making more conscious choices in your life. So the Reiki Practitioners for Peace, we are a heart-centered community of Reiki and holistic practitioners that are dedicated to sharing the transformative benefits of Reiki and other healing modalities online. Our mission is to promote peace, healing, and well-being in an uplifting, energetic space that is welcoming and compassionate and accessible to all. And this month, with our Reiki group, each month we've been focusing on a different Reiki principle or precept, which are kind of the guidelines and code of a Reiki practice. And the 5 Reiki principles are: just for today, I will not anger, I will not worry, I will work honestly and with integrity, I will be kind to myself and all beings, and I will be grateful. Today, I'm focusing on the principle of do not anger, or I will not anger. And I'd like for you just to invite you to explore that principle yourself. In Chinese healing Qigong, spring is the element of wood, representing growth, strength, thinking of like a tree, the strength of the trunk, and grounded with the roots, and flexibility and resiliency. So we'll invite that into our practice today. Just make yourself just a little room to move around, and you may do this practice sitting in a chair if that feels more comfortable. Listen to your body. If you have any injuries, anything, just modify and move in a way that feels right for you. What I love about Qigong is it's thinking of playing, not practicing, getting everything just right. You have space to make this practice your own. So I will step back and I'll play the music, very soft volume so that you'll be able to hear me. And then following our movement practice, you can find a comfortable space to lie down or be seated. I'll share a guided healing experience meditation with music. I will stop speaking after the meditation and inviting the Reiki energy to flow to each individual and provide whatever is needed in the moment. So thank you. Begin class, just coming to a comfortable stance, and feet are about hip width apart, maybe a little wider, like shoulder width apart. And we'll begin with just a standing posture of low embrace the tree. So tailbone, as if you have a little weight, drawing your tailbone down to create some space in your pelvis. And then our hands kind of facing our power centers, our lower dantian, elbows and shoulders soft. So as the elbows kind of come towards the ground, allowing your shoulders to lift away from your ears. Toes pointing forward and knees bent over the feet, and the crown of the head light and lifted. Just come and take a couple of nice, slow, deep breaths in and out through the nose. Feeling your feet on the ground as if roots are anchoring down and spreading out. Soften your jaw and eyes, and even just by standing a little bit taller, maybe that creates a little bit more of an energetic, uplifting change. Nice, slow, deep breaths in and out through your nose. Going and grounding into this present moment. And we'll begin our movement with Buddha holds up the earth. So as we inhale, lifting the palms up, the arms spiral so that the palms face the ceiling or sky, elbows soft, and then slowly lower as you exhale. Inhale, lifting, spiraling, turning palms face up, and then exhale, release. This is working the long meridian, creating space for our breath and opening, expanding our lung capacity. Exhale, lower. Maybe a little pause at the end of the exhale, and then the breath naturally comes in as you inhale. Exhale, soften and lower. Inhale, let hands rise, and then we'll leave our hands up, gently pressing up, and then on your exhale, if you're mirroring me, your left arm will gently press down. This is separating heaven and earth. So staying here for a few breaths, expanding into our side ribs and the sides of our lungs, soft elbows, knees slightly bent. And actually straightening the legs a little bit to create a little bit more space and stretch. And then coming back towards center. It's like the pinkies coming towards each other and switching hands. So be your right hand pressing down, lifting up, expanding through your ribs, inviting in the breath. And then we'll move from side to side with flow. Bringing your hands towards each other and lifting and pressing, separating heaven and earth. In between heaven and earth is nature. Just in our middle energy center where our heart space is. So exhale as you come in towards center with bent knees, and then straightening your legs and lifting. And then we'll slowly come back towards center. Maybe shaking it out a little bit, and we'll move towards twisting and moving from our center, knocking on the door of life. So turning from your center and your waist and just gently tapping on the low back and low belly with your hands. This is activating the acupressure points and getting our blood and energy circulating, and letting the neck and shoulders and upper back relax as we turn from side to side. You can make this as active or as gentle as feels good. And we'll move up to tapping under the collarbone, so with soft fists. So and this is tapping the lung acupressure points and meridians to help strengthen immunity, our respiratory system, and Again, clearing and creating space. Just turning from your waist. And then we'll tap above, if it feels comfortable, above the shoulder. This is a really good acupressure point for clearing stress and for inviting in focus. So just tapping on the low back and then up on the shoulder. Nice cleansing breath. Part of the class is just to start to activate our chi, which is our life force energy, and universal, they call it prana in yoga, and ki, the reiki, it's our universal energy. So we're just getting our blood circulating, using our breath to clear stagnation and get our energy flowing. And then we'll slowly come back down, and then we'll move to what's called water waves, the more yin version of this movement, and just letting your hands flow through space, noticing the space around you, maybe even with your eyes, just noticing with your peripheral vision, even expanding your vision softly. The wood element in the liver, gallbladder, meridian system, the sense is eyes. So we'll kind of work a little bit on our eyes, just like softening, and then also focusing in some areas, just water waves, maybe pushing away, clearing. And then we'll pause and come back to center. Maybe noticing energy, any tingling circulation down your arms. Energy down your torso and your legs. And we'll move to tapping. So just to activate all these different, the acupressure areas, just gentle tapping on the chest. So gentle fists. A soft, slow breathing, not timing our breathing, just noticing your breath. And then we'll come down the inside of one arm, gentle taps, and then up the outside of the arm. We'll do this 3 times. Tapping the shoulder, collarbone, and then down the inside of the arm, and then up the outside. And then we'll come back to center under the collarbones and go down the other arm, tapping the inside. Now waking up our energy. And up the outside. Maybe staying in an area that might need a little more attention. For me, it's right here. And then down the inside of the arm and up one last time. And then we'll come to the tops of our head, to the crown of the head, gentle taps. And then to our temples and forehead and temples. Our cheeks, just gentle tapping. And then chin. Then we'll tap in the area where the chin and the jaw meet. Another really good point, clearing stress. And then to the back of the head where the neck and base of your skull meet, just gentle taps. It's helping to clear tension and tightness. And then we'll come to our torso, just like our solar plexus, rib cage. And then from the right, actually your left side up and down towards your center. And this is the spleen, stomach, meridian system, really good for digestion. And then we'll come to the other side, so it would be your right, which is the liver system here. Great to create abundance, kindness to ourselves and others, and create space. And then we'll come to the low back kidney area. So just gentle taps here. And then we'll move down the legs. So feet a little wide, not too wide, but just shoulder width apart. And we'll come down the outside of the legs and then up the inside. We'll do that 3 times. Pressing in the hip and then outside of the legs and then inside. And clearing here. And then we'll come back to center. And just shake it out. And pause and notice how you feel. Nice deep, slow breaths. Then we'll move to Tiger Clears the Way, another great cleansing, clearing practice. So we'll have our hands like little pads, like a tiger paw, with slightly knees slightly bent. And then we'll lower the arms on the exhale. And then releasing energy to the earth. And as we breathe in, pulling up through our front and our torso, and then exhale, release, even an open mouth, exhale, ha. And moving as deep into the stretches feels good. Just clearing away stress or anything not needed and releasing. Maybe coming down into like a little squat. Really good for our hips and our back. Just again, inviting this flexibility and strength and resiliency. Allow us to bring this into our life by having space to respond rather than react to circumstances. Breathing in, cleansing breath, and exhale, ha. It's like a nice tiger. Exhale, ha. And then we'll do a forward fold. So just releasing down. You can either hold opposite elbows or go down as far as feels comfortable with knees slightly bent, knees soft. And just releasing the back of your head, your upper back. May I stretch through the whole spine and legs, the back of the legs, hamstrings. Just releasing. Nice thing with the Qigong practice is we're not forcing into stretches, moving mindfully. It doesn't matter how far you stretch, more how well you're being mindful of your body. The effortless power is really what we're cultivating. And then we'll hold one wrist and slowly roll up. This is full body flow and stretch, and then lifting the hands up to the ceiling or sky, and then exhale, round back into that forward fold. And then we'll roll up on the inhale. And then exhale, release. And this time we'll hold the hands up overhead with bent knees so your palms are interlaced, the fingers interlaced. And then just stretch over to one side, to your right side if you're mirroring me, getting a stretch in the side ribs. And coming back to center, and then over to the other side. And back to center, we'll do that one more time each side. Tailbone, allow it to lengthen down to the ground, create space in the low back. Back to center, and other side. Relaxing your jaw and neck. Good. And then we'll slowly let the arms come down, and we'll move into a flow called Swimming Dragon. We'll begin with having the feet a little bit wider, as wide as is comfortable for you. You can always modify. And we'll begin with heart to the earth and heart to the sky. So we'll have our palms facing down about chest height. And as we breathe in, lifting your heart and arms come back, and then exhale. Chest draws in a little, rounding, heart to the earth. We'll do this flow, going at your own pace, heart to the sky. As we inhale and open, and then heart to the earth. Stretch for the upper back, upper thoracic and chest. Exhale, just round a little bit, heart to the earth. Opening the front and back body, full body stretch. And then we'll come and bring our palms together, bring our shoulders relaxed. And this will move into the swimming dragon. So we'll shift our weight, it will be to your right, with the knee bent, palms pressing together. So our weight is all the way with the shoulders in line with the hips, and we'll gently turn the head to the opposite side. Again, you can modify, it goes deep into this or however feels comfortable, and just turning the head the opposite way and hold and breathe. And then we'll slowly come to center, moving to the other side. So shifting your weight, so the knees over the feet, and turning your head the opposite direction. Elbows, as if there's little weights on them to help draw your elbows down. So we do a lot of flowing, flexible movements, but there is structure just to keep our bodies safe. And then we'll move from side to side. So dipping in a little as we come to center, and then to the other side. Palms press and turn. Moving at your own pace. Noticing your eyes, your vision. So maybe expanding your vision to the peripheral vision, the space around you. And then we'll come back to center. Feet slightly wide, and then we'll move into another swimming dragon flow. So we're not shifting our weight, we're moving from our center with this one, and just as if you're like a swimming dragon, your hands are the base, and you're just going to swim from side to side, moving from your spine and your center, and then you can dip down a little bit lower, as if we're swimming down into the water, and then moving kind of up and down in front of the chest, in front of the eyes and face. So the legs aren't really moving much. We're moving from center, just swimming, creating some freedom and space in our movements. This sequence was introduced with from my teacher. He learned it from a woman who I believe she was 106 years old in China, teaching this Qigong for longevity sequence of the swimming dragon. This helps with overall longevity, resiliency, full body flow. Then we'll come back to center and pause for a moment, and then we'll bring our feet closer together. We'll do the same sequence but a more yin version. So ankles and knees together, allowing your knees to bend a little bit. We'll begin with the heart to the sky and the heart to the earth. So breathing in, heart to the sky, and exhale, heart to the earth. Palms face down, rounding a little bit. It's almost like a cat-cow in yoga. The arms are about chest height. You can make this movement however feels comfortable. So heart to the earth as we round, heart to the sky as we open and lift. And then we'll bring our palms together at heart center, elbows soft, and then we'll gently press our palms would be to your right as you look the opposite direction, allowing the shoulders to soften. And we'll come to center and then move to the other side. And tailbone down just to protect the low back, creating space in the pelvis. Moving from side to side. Actually, and this year it's the wood snake is the Chinese New Year. So the snake, and it's similar to dragon. It represents this flexibility, wisdom, intuition, and with the wood element, just kind of moving with flexibility, being both grounded through our feet and light. And then we'll come to center and move back into that swimming dragon flow, moving from center, from our waist and torso. And maybe dipping our hands down towards the ground as if you're dipping in water, and then moving maybe about chest height and moving up. Making this movement your own playful practice. You stretch the whole back and muscles around the spine, the waist. And then we'll come back towards center and pause, and we'll bring our feet back out a little bit, and we'll just do some shaking just to release and get ready for our flow that we'll move into. So just shaking the wrists, the elbows, the knees, and maybe an open mouth ha sound, which is the heart sound. So ha. Breathing in through the nose, nice deep breath, and then this is really good for just cleansing and clearing. So we're moving this energy in the beginning of class, and then we'll, in our flows, allow the energy to move us. So now we're just cleansing and clearing. And then the sound of the liver gallbladder meridian is a shushing sound. Shh. So on your exhale, if you feel comfortable, either silently or out loud, shh. And we'll pause. Come back to stillness, finding some even movement in stillness. Noticing any sensation down your arms, legs. Noticing your breath. And now we'll open the flow by just lifting the arms, actually allowing the arms just to be lifted and lower. If you're moving through soft clouds, the air, the space, allowing your arms to rise and lower, relaxing into the flow. So inhale as you lift, exhale, lower. Just soften and release and soften into the flow without effort. next time, the arms float up, and then they'll press forward. And then with the palms facing you, inviting in that energy into your chest, and then lower. We'll do that again, just lifting the arms, and then pressing forward. Palms face the body. You breathe in, maybe this white, healing light, and then lower. Lift and lower. And pressing forward. And then palms facing the body. And release. Do that one more time. So arms lift. And pressing forward. And then palms towards you. And release. Then we'll move into the water element, the kidney, the fountain, or the Zen circle. So one palm behind the back, if that's okay with your shoulder, or you can have your arm at your side. So be your left arm behind the back. And the other hand lifts, so it's like above your face. You'll turn to the side, palm facing you, and then hinging from the waist, you dip down forward, creating a big circle, and then lifting up. And tracing with your eyes the Zen circle. This is the kidney, water element. Just rotating and hinging down and making this circle as big or small as feels comfortable. Even this whole practice can be done just with visualization, and your body will see a great benefit. If you're dipping a paintbrush or a calligraphy brush down into the water and then lifting, creating a big circle. Really great for the low back and legs. Cleansing breaths, not timing the breath, just smoothing out your breath with your movement. Soft eyes, and then we'll make the circle a little bit smaller, so we'll still shifting our weight but not bending down. Just tracing the circle in front of you. And then we'll come to center without moving the legs, just making a smaller circle right in front of your lower abdomen. Small, tinier circle right in front of our center. And then we'll do a hand posture mudra called sword fingers. So we'll have our index and middle fingers pointing out and the other fingers curl in just in front of the low belly. And we'll just hold here for a few breaths. Maybe just an inch in front of your belly. This is inviting in this energy towards our center. Maybe even envisioning a sparkling, healing blue light, which is the color of the kidney, organ and meridian systems. A nice blue light in your low back and your belly. And then we'll switch to the other side, so just letting our arms release. And then the back of the hand comes to the low back. Having your feet like a narrow shoulder width apart with knees bent, tailbone down. The hand comes up above the face and turning to the side. And then we'll hinge and dip down, creating this Zen circle. And soften your eyes, maybe tracing with your eyes, your hand as it comes up and dipping down. relaxing into this effortless flow. And then we'll make this circle a little bit smaller, so still shifting our weight but not bending down. Even if it feels good, you could even close your eyes if that's comfortable. Just moving slowly, so in Qigong, we're not in a hurry to get to the next movement, just relaxing into this present moment. And then we'll make that circle a little bit smaller, so it's just in front of your lower abdomen. And again, with those sword fingers, so the index and middle finger pointing outward, the thumb and other two fingers curl in, and we'll just leave our hand in front of our low belly, standing mudra, standing posture. Nice, deep, slow breaths. Again, inviting in this sparkling ocean blue light, and through our back and through our hands towards our center. So in Reiki and Qigong, our power center is this low belly. So we'll kind of cleanse and clear the energy from our emotional and mental areas of our upper body and chest, and then store and, have our power in our low belly, in our center. And we'll move to the next movement, is called Repulse the Monkey. So this is the liver wood element. So we'll extend our hands. So your left hand reaching forward with soft elbows and the right hand reaching back. So a little bit of a twist. Legs still face forward, but our torsos turning from our center. I'll do this slowly and then we'll relax into the flow. So this back hand is going to sweep up over your head, over your face, and then brush through over the other palm. And then you'll have the one arm reaching forward and back with soft elbows, and then the other hand will brush over the ear, over your head, and sweeping through. This helps clear mental, emotional stress, inviting clarity and focus. So as we exhale, we sweep the upper arm through. It's cleansing and releasing. This is really a good stretch for our side ribs. Just showing you in different ways so that hopefully, because this move it took me a few times to get this one. Really, the upper arm is sweeping, and then this other arm is brushing the low ribs as it comes back. There's a slight twist. We are tracing the meridian system, so it's cleansing and clearing stress, inviting in again clarity and focus and space, and getting a good physical stretch too. The legs really are not moving. We're moving from our center, reaching up and over, and then this other hand comes back. And you can make this movement again your own, just playing. Cleansing and clearing, brushing away. Let's do this a few more times. And then we'll come to center just with our hands, elbows sink down, hands facing our chest. This is embrace the tree. And then we'll bring our hands in front of our low belly as if we're holding like a small little chi ball, energy ball. And this next flow is tigress gathers her cubs. So we'll be moving from our waist, hinging forward and just sweeping this arm forward and around back towards center. And then we'll come to the other side. So you're gathering the cubs, gathering the energy towards your belly. And then coming at chest height. Just sweeping the hand forward and then gathering that energy towards center. And then we'll come back towards our low belly. So we'll just kind of move this energy towards our low belly, towards center. Again, we'll hold this little hand soft, having our hands in this little chi bowl, holding at our low belly. Nice deep breaths. Knees a little bent, feeling your feet on the ground. The top of your head light and lifted. Spine lengthened. And then we'll close with this is opening the flow to the 6 directions. Actually, check this one. I want to make sure. Yep, pulling chi from the 6 directions. I wanted to make sure I got that right. Pulling chi from the 6 directions. So inhale, lifting the arms out to the side, and then exhale, twisting. So one arm forward, one back. Inhale, arms come up overhead towards center, and then exhale, lowering. So inhale, arms reach out to the side. Exhale, turn to the other side. One arm forward, one back. So we're connecting to the energy front, back, and around us. And then breathing in, arms come up overhead, and then exhale, lower and release. Inhale, arms out to the side, palms up. So we're connecting to the abundance of the universe and the energy. Inhale, back up to the sky above our head, and then exhale, release. Hands come down. Inhale, arms out to the sides. Getting the energy to our left and right, and then turn from our waist. Connecting to this abundance all around us, and then lift the arms up as we breathe in, and then exhale and lower. And then we'll bring our hands to the low belly so the web of the thumbs interlace for bamboo in the wind. So feet close together, knees soft, and just allowing just little effortless movements, grounding. Allowing effortless movement here, bamboo in the wind, not trying to move, allowing ourselves to be moved. So many spontaneous movements that happen, just allow. I'm just going to read you a short poem while we stay in bamboo in the wind. This is from the book by Thich Nhat Hanh, Peace is Every Step. Just remaining in your relaxed pose. Peace is every step. The shining red sun is my heart. Each flower smiles with me. How green, how fresh all that grows. How cool the wind blows. Peace is every step. It turns the endless path to joy. So now we'll transition slowly to our Reiki Holy Fire guided meditation. So I invite you, you can stay in this bamboo in the wind as long as you feel comfortable, and you have complete options to be seated, lying down, or you could just remain exactly as you are right now. And I'll give a brief explanation. This is really the Reiki will flow to each individual, providing exactly what is needed through this universal Reiki energy. I'll read a short guided meditation, and then the music will continue to play. I will be silent as the Reiki provides the healing experience. And I'm just going to switch the music. I hope you're all feeling well. All right, so I invite you to just come to a comfortable position. And it's okay during this. This will be for about 15 minutes, and it's okay to move around. So everything will still be just perfect. You're free to move, change position. And this, again, this Reiki energy will provide a unique healing experience that contains what is needed in this moment. What you may feel warmth. Some people may see colors. You just may feel just relaxation, or every time it's pretty unique. So it's always safe. It just provides exactly what is needed. It's a very gentle healing experience. And just invite you to just take a couple of deep breaths. Feel the ground or the support underneath your body to allow you to land. Nice slow deep breaths, maybe even setting an intention for any particular area in your life or your body that you wish for this Reiki energy to flow to you. And this is the Holy Fire healing experience. Make yourself comfortable. Take a few deep breaths. It is a beautiful day, warm and sunny. You are walking down a path in a beautiful forest. As you breathe into yourself, you breathe in the life energy of the forest. And with each step that you take, feel the energy of the earth flowing up to the bottoms of your feet. As you walk along, you notice another path that is going off to the right. And you feel compelled to follow this path. As you follow this path, you come to a clearing in the forest. And in the middle of the clearing, There is a small hill that is covered with grass. It's covered with soft grass. Climb up onto the hill, or climb up the hill and feel the grass rubbing against your feet. And when you get to the top of the hill, lie down in the soft grass and feel the grass and the earth beneath your body and gaze up into the sky. Gaze up into the sky and see the beautiful white clouds. As you are gazing up at the clouds, a beautiful beam of light begins to shine down through the clouds. And this is no ordinary light. It comes from high in the heavens. And the light shines all around you and flows into you, filling you with warmth and feelings of safety and love. And as you gaze into the light, it begins to guide you. And just follow this light. Follow the light. You may continue with your experience as long as you feel guided to do so. When you are ready, you can take a few deep breaths. Open your eyes. When you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. And you can remain where you are as long as you feel comfortable. Thank you so much for joining me for this class. And if you're watching at a later time, the recording, thank you. May you be safe, may you be peaceful and well. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or evening.